Okay, we're going to make some bread. It's going to be 5 basic ingredients. First, you start with some flour, yeast, butter, lard, or whatever fat you want to use, and milk in a big bowl. And let's get started. First of all, here's the recipe. What I do is I print it out in big print, put it on the back of the door, so I just have to look up at the door and I can see my ingredients. And this is King Arthur flour classic sandwich bread, as you can see there. Oh, and as you're getting started, go ahead and turn on the light for your oven. That's where it's going to give you just enough heat to let the bread rise for a little while before you bake it. Okay, first thing we have to do is test this guy, the yeast. Have a cup of warm water, a couple of these. Okay, spread this stuff out. And wait a little while to see if it activates. Okay, now we add the rest of the ingredients. The milk, 3 cups of flour, salt, and the lard, oil, I'm using lard, and start stirring it up. It'll get a little sticky. See how it's starting to clump together? Okay. Just keep twisting it around, or turning it around, or stirring it until it starts sticking to the sides. See how it's looking there, starting to like that. That's when we start to do the kneading. Okay, this is where we start the kneading process. I have a bowl, a big large bowl that I picked up in Goodwill or somewhere, and I have the smaller bowl of stuff here, which I will. The fancy word is to turn out. I just dump it in there. This is where we start the kneading process, and this will take about 10 minutes. You're going to start the kneading process, and I do it in the bowl just to keep the flour from flying all over the place. And you're going to need extra flour to put onto there as we do the kneading process. So let's start kneading. This is what kneading looks like. Just reach in there, mush it down. You're mushing it together, and it's going to be a little sticky. When it gets sticky, grab some flour. Just keep mushing it, and then you're going to do the classic kneading, which looks like this. Once you kind of get into a ball, you mash it flat, pull it over here, mash it forward, pull it over here, mash it forward, pull it over here, mash it. Kind of a, hopefully I'm getting this. This is kind of difficult to film with a proper camera, but and you see it starting to come together already, but we're going to do this for 10 minutes to make it nice and tight. It comes together pretty quickly. But, this is what it's looking like. This is just after a minute. This dough tightened up pretty quick. I've only been kneading it a few minutes here. So you get like that. This dough hasn't been too sticky either. See, it's already into a round shape here. I've mashed it pretty flat, so this will go into this. We will coat that guy in there. Okay, so that's in there. A little oil on the top. And into the oven to camp out under the bulb to sit for about an hour so it'll rise. Okay, the timer's gone off. It's been an hour. Let's check the dough and see what it looks like. It's been sitting in the oven for an hour with the light on. And okay, it's plumped up quite a bit. Now the directions say to mash it down flat again and then put it in the pan over there, and that's what we're going to do. Now the dough is kind of fluffy. It's fluffed up a little bit. A little sticky on that side. So I'm just going to knead it some more, make it a little tighter. Mashing the air out of it, and then I'm going to do some kneading to tighten the dough back up, and then it's going to go in that. Okay, so I've got it in there like that. Okay, then we've mashed it down flat and gotten it in there. You see about how high that is. And now we cover it with plastic wrap. Okay, now I'm going to stick it in the microwave, but I'm not going to turn the microwave on. I've been boiling some water in there. And so it's nice and toasty warm in there, and this is going to go in there to rise until it rises, and then it's going to go in the oven. In the meanwhile, I'll preheat the oven, and when this is done rising, maybe about a half hour, maybe an hour, then we'll put it in the oven. Okay, about 30 minutes later, and look over here. Look at that. Second rise complete. And we wait about 20 minutes and check it then. Okay, after 20 minutes is what we're looking at. Let's check it. Okay, the color looks good. It's not quite brown, but we can put some egg wash or butter on or something to brown it up. Let's check the temperature. Okay, it's peaking out at 140. It's not done yet. It's supposed to get up to 190. So let's put it back in for a little while. Okay, so it was in for 20, and it's supposed to maybe give it about 30 or so, 35, so we're going to give it another 15 minutes before we check it again. I put some aluminum foil on there to keep the top from getting too done. You can always top brown it. Okay, just stuck the thermometer in there. Let's see, we need to get up to 190. Okay, and here it is, the finished product. Pretty good looking loaf of bread here. Now, since it's cooled off, let's see the slice. And there's a giant gaping hole right there. Not quite enough kneading. Otherwise, the texture of the bread looks pretty good. It's a size comparison with the end piece of a commercially baked loaf of bread. A little bit wider, not as tall. Okay, now since I have the wrapper laying around, I'll just put my new loaf of bread in there in the in the wrapper, and just like commercially baked bread, except there was 5 ingredients instead of the additional ingredients of high fructose corn syrup, dough conditioners, and preservatives, and vitamins sprayed onto them because they were taken out because of the bleached flour. So anyway, there you go. There's your bread.